You're on my floor heater because I'll be cold in my office.
That could be hot. Okay, we are live now. We are live. I wanted to be playing like music and stuff, but I'm still trying to figure out this YouTube thing. When you're done, can you close that door for me, actually?
I
Oh,
love this. I
thank
love this. This whole thing.
Hey, for the people chiming in, if you are chiming in or tuning in, go ahead and drop down in the chat. Y'all know I'm new to this YouTube stuff. I'm trying to get monetized. I'm not at the point yet, so I think I can kind of play around and like whatever,
Got it.
because I've been trying to figure out like with playing the music and stuff, how that works or whatever. That
Hmm.
hey, thank y'all for dropping down. I don't know if you can see, Lisa. Can you see?
I
Um,
can't see nothing.
Okay. So we have some people are coming in. I have Kara who is in here. Is it Keslan? Make sure you tell me if I'm saying your name right. You might know these people.
Hey, y'all. Even
Hey,
though I can't see y'all, hey.
dang, I wish you could. But okay, so because some of y'all might not even know who I am, you may have seen this advertised on Lisa's page, or I've had a lot of people coming onto my fan page. So you may have seen it there, but you may not know me. So welcome to Miss Margaret Live, normally in the morning. Normally it's in the morning, super early, like 7 or whatever. I'm playing with the time, y'all. But I am really, 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 I know it's so excited, like cliche people say, I'm really, really excited. But I am excited to have Miss Lisa Boy here. We're going to insert
Oh,
claps. I'm
clap for myself. Why not?
I said your name right. Great. Thank you. I was like, because especially as Black folks, we can't just be walking around letting people say our names wrong and stuff. Uh,
Hmm.
you and I have pretty like traditional names or whatever. But have you had people spell your name in a crazy way? Because I had someone spell my name in a crazy way recently, and I was like, it's Margaret. I don't understand how.
I'm my first name. A lot of people, at least, that's kind of simple. But my last name, just so many like Moye or more. They want to put an R in there because they like, you're not a Moy, are you? That's like Asian. You gotta be black. So yeah. So
Yeah.
just my last name, not my first name, though. No.
Oh, okay. I had someone spell my name. How did they spelled it like almost like baguette at the end? Like it was like MARG. I think it was
ATTE.
AREU. It was just a whole bunch of unnecessary stuff. I was like,
You.
did you like see me in the drive-through window and just assume because I was black that it must have been creative?
That's what it was.
For
That's
the ain't no
exactly what
way
it
it's
was.
Margaret,
For
right?
a fact.
For a fact. So for those though who are here who may not be familiar with me, may not be familiar with Lisa, we are both radio personalities here in the Twin Cities. I was
Okay.
thinking the other day, I was like, have you ever thought about if you look at the women, the black women in
Mhm.
radio here in the Twin City, I was like, all of us are like really good looking. I know that sounds random. But I'm just saying, if you think about it, if you go to, I was like, you know what?
You know, I think so. Yeah, I think we are very attractive. I think it was designed. It had to be designed that way.
It has to be.
It
It
had
has
to be. You know,
to be.
that's what
Because
I'm
I was
thinking. But
thinking
yeah,
about
no,
it.
we are in good company.
We are. So shout out to all the we actually have a lot of black women in radio and journalism.
Mm-hmm.
Shout out to Georgia Ford, Lissa Jones,
Yes.
think of the people
Yes.
coming on top of my head. Shout out
Yes.
to Bianca Rhodes, who was a big help to me, has been
Yes.
a big support to me. Who are some people
Absolutely.
that come to mind for you? Because we've been
Well, you named the three that I would have probably named right
right.
off of
Ha!
the top of my head, but that's
Right.
in radio still, or just period that has dibble and dabble with
Period.
radio.
Period.
Sarah Hamilton
Mhm.
comes to mind. Leslie Redmond comes
Yes,
to mind.
yes.
Who else comes to mind? Gosh, we have so many. Sophia Eris.
Oh my
Uh,
god, I loved her. Y'all was both on Go.
Yeah, it's my
I loved
girl.
her on
And
there.
she's still doing her thing with Lizzo.
Mhm.
Yeah, just so many. Even people that we haven't named don't, hopefully no one gets
There's
offended.
so
But
many.
everybody, shout out to everybody, all the women out there in media in Minnesota doing their thing. We love y'all. We appreciate y'all, and y'all are needed.
I was thinking of Anjali the Queen Bee.
Oh my girl.
She was
I
like
used to be
my
mesmerized
idol.
by
Yeah, she was.
I feel like that body. I feel like, and then I think she only has one child. I'm not sure. I met only one of her children, so I'm assuming she just has the one. But I'm like, where that baby come from? Because your body is
she still looks the same. Yeah,
she still looks the same. Absolutely gorgeous. Yes.
Yeah, I always liked her because of her voice. You know, she always had kind of like a raspier voice. So
yeah.
I used to be like, oh my God, it's like me.
And I liked her style. I always liked her style. She had her own style.
Yes.
And she was definitely like a pioneer for me to like look at and like want and admire and aspire to have a career like hers, for sure.
Right. So before we get into kind of you and your background just a little before we move on to some other things, we're gonna go ahead and take a cheers. This is sparkling juice because I don't know YouTube.
This is a cocktail with
mocktail. Mocktail. Okay, mock. So we're gonna go ahead and take a cheers to the new year things coming. Normally, we're not doing shots. Otherwise, I would say baddie shot. I don't know. You probably don't be watching baddies, do you?
You know what? I've never actually seen a full episode of Baddies, but I did interview Dream Doll, and she was on Baddies. I think she was on Baddies. Was she on Baddies? Yeah, she was on Baddies. Well, no. Actually, no. I'm getting mixed up. She's on Bad Girls Club.
Bad Girls, yeah. Right.
So, no, I have not watched the episode
so
of
you
Baddies.
Are familiar? Okay, so I was like, I don't know if she's watching that ratchet. That's what we were doing last night, talking about some baddie shot o'clock. This is so lame. We are so lame.
That is not lame. That's fun. Y'all having fun is not lame.
See, right. It was like a little corny. But so wait. So actually we'll do cheers first. I'm gonna ask you back things. Okay, so cheers to the new year.
Cheers. Cheers, everybody.
We got about 7 folks in here right now. So
awesome. Hey y'all.
Cheers, which I'm really happy about too, because it ain't easy on a Saturday night. Didn't like promote this as much as I wanted to, so I'm very grateful for everyone coming in the room. Okay, so those who don't know who you are, I was saying, like with me, we're both radio personalities. I've been in KFAI, WFNU, and I've done other things, as well. If y'all hear stuff in the background, I can't get this one door closed because our Christmas tree is still there to just act like but they trying, though. They trying. It's much quieter than usual. So that's my little quick spiel. So for people who don't know who you are, tell them about yourself.
Okay. Well, I'm Lisa. Hi, everybody. So in terms of radio, I did radio in the Twin Cities for about 12 years. I did like 7 years at KMOJ on the morning show and middays, like broken up in half of the time. And then I did about 3.5 years at Go 95.3, the modern hip hop station before the pandemic happened and the station got sold. I currently just released and published a book last year called November, which talks about ectopic pregnancy and child loss. Currently I am in the philanthropy sector in my career right now, but yeah, I host the Minnesota Lynx in the summertime, and I'm a girl's girl, so I love what we're doing tonight. I love this. All of this is like my jam. So
yeah, and it's interesting because shout out to Keslan who put the drink in the chat. Okay. So it's funny because we didn't even meet necessarily through like the radio. We actually met in the nonprofit space, in that space that we work in. So we both do work in outreach and stuff like that.
Yes.
And so it's funny how things came about. Like, what I mean? It wasn't like
for sure.
It was like some work, and they were like, "Yeah, I want you to meet Lisa Moy," and I was like, "Yeah." I have met you like years ago, not in like a formal meeting though, but I think I told you it was when Jimmy Jam and Terry Lewis were here. I was crying. I won't go into that story. So anyway,
that was Mall of America, right?
Mall of America.
Yep. Girl, I was so nervous that day doing that.
I bet you didn't seem nervous, of course, but
girl, you know how it is.
Yeah, of course.
I was sweating, palms sweaty.
Knees was weak, arms was heavy.
Right. I'm like, big Sky, you gonna have to help me help you.
Right. No, I could not tell that at all. But
most people can't when I'm nervous. They really can't. I don't know. I think it's because I'm an actress also. So
Right. But y'all, when I tell y'all I was crying, y'all, like I could barely talk to them. And you were just looking at me like, oh.
I do remember you though, because you were crying. And I was like, man, she's so
Oh,
she is feeling this right now. She's so touched
that
right
was like
now.
a dream. Because like I used to see them sometimes like in the Mall of America and be like, oh my God. Like my mom be like, that's Jimmy Jam. At the time, I wanted to have my own record label. So I was like, really, really looked up to them. So be able to meet them. But then it was funny because I'm crying. Then my aunt, she down flirting with dang on Jelly Bean. I was like, we gotta get out of here.
Gotta love your aunt. Love her.
Rest her soul, man. Rest her soul. That was auntie. I was like, oh my. And then turns out it's my friend's dad. Anyway. So,
oh my goodness. Yeah. Okay,
Bianca. Y'all came here for the vision board. You're like, when you gonna get your boards? We get into it. Okay. We just had to talk real quick. So I have my board I'm really like excited about. And obviously nothing's on it. Now, Lisa is like a vision board champ. Okay. And she's the thing too. So Lisa had an event a few days ago. And actually, y'all know I got my magazines, which I was a little annoyed because what happened to the black magazines? What is this? All these white people.
Beyonce. I saw Beyonce on that one. Cut her out.
Yeah, barely. But look.
I didn't know. At first, I didn't know who she was until I had to like really look. I was like, oh, that's Beyonce.
Okay. I was like, what happened to the hair magazines and stuff? Anyway, so that's for my vision board, just keep. I thought I lost a piece of my edge the other day. I don't even want to put that in the universe. So anyway, for the people just wondering, I got my magazines and stuff. And so I had intended initially to just be like, oh, we're just going to do vision board stuff and whatever. But then Lisa, as the earth sign that she is, had an event a couple of days ago. It was like very well thought out, put together. And I was like, oh, I can't just come up here and just start cutting out stuff or whatever. So one thing I want to point out, which could you put back up with vision board, but you have it.
It's in my planner. This is my planner.
Yeah.
And then this is my vision board.
Yeah. How long ago did you start getting real serious about vision boards?
Actually like doing like mapping it out and the stickers and the magazines and all that stuff, or just the writing part.
Okay.
Because it's like two pieces for me. So like I've been writing my visions down, my plans, my aspirations for the year down before it was even trendy, like before I even knew what I was doing. So when I was in high school, was when I was writing down like, oh, I want to be this. I want to do this.
Right.
So I've been doing that for a while, but actually doing visual, like vision boards with the cutout pictures and all that. I started doing that when that got trendy. So like maybe 7 years ago was when that became trendy. And that's when I started like doing the magazines and writing, like putting the pictures to the page. But I've been writing my visions since I was a kid.
That's so interesting you say that, because I used to write a lot when I was a kid. I used to write music. I used to always tell people I wanted to be the next Missy Elliott. Finger waves, but and other things. But I was a big Missy Elliott fan because again, so when I went to Fisk University, I went there to study music business. So so I used to write all the time. I thought I was going to be a songwriter. Like I was writing and doing a lot of stuff when I was in Nashville. But see, I kind of got out of that though when I came back to Minnesota. Like I didn't write. Still don't really write as much as I used to. But when I was a kid, which I didn't really realize now, but I was constantly speaking things. Like, I was very clear on like what I wanted to do. Like, and I just knew. I mean, I didn't know Beyonce at the time, but I just knew in my mind, like I'm gonna be up on stage with the greats like that.
Yeah.
And, her dad is he went to Fisk University or whatever. And I'm there. Remember when that whole thing came out or whatever, and he was like, "Oh, he said that Beyonce wouldn't be famous if she wasn't light skinned." He had said that to us, but we were like,
"He said that to you?"
Yeah, he didn't say it like that. He didn't say it like that. We'll take a sip on that part. So,
oh my gosh, let me take a sip with you because you need some support. What happened?
Well, here's what's so funny. I just happened to flip to this. We're gonna get to Renaissance in a minute.
Oh my goodness.
Basically, what he was saying was, like kind of like it was basically like him saying, like, let's be real. Like if Beyonce wasn't as light, even same he was saying like Rihanna, that she probably not to say to take away from her talent or nothing like that, but she wouldn't probably have been able to cross over, in the way that she did.
I didn't remember that conversation. I didn't know he said that himself. I thought it was like, you know how they always put allegedly,
No, it wasn't alleged. I was there.
Oh my goodness. How can it
but you know what though?
Some truth, some facts.
That's
you think about it.
Offended. I don't remember us, but we were there and he was saying it being offended. I remember it coming out later. And I remember you would think I would be offended, but I wasn't, because if you think about a lot of the top, okay, Black women who have been able to cross over, don't have art skin tone. You know what I mean? And it's not to take away from anything. I'm in the Bay Hive and everything. It's just about, whatever. But
that's definitely been a factor in terms of success when it comes to like our people, our tribe. Like that has been something that we've talked about. Like that's not like, oh no, I've never heard of that. No, it's
right.
But then those artists too, and those people, celebrities too, have said it themselves. Like, they wanted me to wear certain clothes to make me look lighter, even more light, or dye my hair this color so I could look a certain way, so they have also said it as well. So it's not like there's no truth in that.
I remember when I had interviewed Amanda Seales, and I was saying that one of the reasons I was a big fan of hers back in the day is because she always had her big curly hair. And she was like, really? Like, I'm so glad you said that, because they used to tell me not to, have my big curly hair and all types of stuff. And obviously she's a light-skinned woman. You know what I mean? And even she's talked about that. But,
I like Amanda Seales. I've seen some things about her, though. I've seen some things where it was like, kind of gave me the side eye about her.
What?
And it's just, girl, I'm on TikTok all the time. I need to stop. I just be on there. I don't know. I don't even know how I get to the things that I find out. I don't search for it. It just comes and pops up. I don't know. And I'm nosy. But they was just basically saying, talking about how she is so pro-Black and how she's always like, you know what I'm saying? But then it was a conversation about colorism. It was a conversation about light skin and dark skin. And basically they were showing clips of her talking about comparison, but kind of like putting the darker skinned women down. And I wish they only gonna cut out clips. So I didn't see like the full clip. I want to see the full clip, because again, I wasn't searching for it. It just kind of popped up on my For You page. And so I want to go back and kind of like do some, when I got time, do some research, because I do like her, but I definitely can't support people who, talk bad about our people, and you are our people. You know what I'm saying? Like,
I definitely gotta see.
So I do some research. I'll keep you posted. That's gonna be for another time.
So okay, before we're gonna get into like some real kind of like girls' night discussion. Can
I take a piece of my pizza?
Yes,
it's girls' night. Okay, y'all got pizza. I'm hungry.
Girls' night. See, that's the thing. Earlier when I called Lisa, I was like, oh. She's like, is everything okay? I was like, yeah, girl, I'm just hungover. Because at a girls' night last night, I don't know what, how in your mind you're like, oh, it's fine. I'm just baddie shot o'clock. And then I wasn't looking like a baddie this morning at 8-something a.m. So but I got some coffee. Okay, so now I feel more awake and alive. So, while we are talking though, y'all, if you have your whatever it is, magazines, I know one of the women who was in the group that Lisa, she had her party, was interesting. They did theirs on Canva. And a lot of people have multiple. So the one that I'm going to do today is not going to be, just one. What I told myself is I want to do one that kind of like, encompasses everything. But I want to do ones also that are more specific. Like I want to do one that's just specifically to finances, and one that's specifically, you know what I mean, where it's health.
Categorize it.
Yes, because this I have felt so scatterbrained in the past actually month, probably because with the holidays and everything. And I also think in my mind, I'm like, I gotta get this done, this wrapped up here. My brain has just been on complete overload, but it is a lot of times.
No, I feel it.
I was like, I want to get very specific and stuff like that. So while we're talking and everything, y'all, You can be cutting out your stuff. We're going to kind of go into some things to kind of guide you. And this is not something that you have to like get this done today. One of the things that I liked about your event that you did is it wasn't like, okay, we're going to get this all done right now. To me, it was kind of more so like really giving you the guidance of how to draw vision boards and stuff like that. So, before I get into any type of topics, because that's when I'm really going to start talking like hot topics and stuff like that. Because I was about to go into Simone Biles. I don't know if you've seen when her husband tried to hit her with the Mariah Carey. Like, I don't know her. You know how Mariah Carey did J-Lo? I don't know her. We're going to go into that later. Okay, so.
Oh my God. The tea is hot.
That's how your shows go. See, I just like, wait, what? I don't know. I'm going to throw it.
The tea is hyping.
You see? Okay. So I'm actually, she's right here. On this, I was actually thought about her husband, whose name we still don't know. And
her husband said something about his wife.
Girl, okay, so basically, okay, I'm gonna see now. I just gotta tell her, and then we gonna go into more vision board stuff.
Please tell me, because I know. When did this happen today?
This was a thing this past week. So this is like some of the hot topics. I was like, this time tonight, instead of normally how I do headlines, I'm just kind of reporting. I was like, we're gonna do it a little differently, kind of talk more topic based. So. Okay. Basically, her husband had the nerve, and again, I didn't hurt. What is his name? Still don't know his name. It's gonna come into context while I'm saying that. So basically, he had the nerve to go on this podcast. I don't know when it was recorded. I don't know if it was even live this week or whatever. And he basically said that, like no one really knows or watches gymnastics. Like he didn't know who she was and all this type of stuff, and that that he's the catch.
Wait, what?
Girl.
Are they still married?
Let me pull it. Oh, okay. Right. Clock it. Exactly.
Are they having problems? What's going on? Is this the news before we find out that they're getting a divorce?
Okay, because if you don't want me to just don't talk to me, don't go on podcast saying stupid stuff.
Why would you ever say that?
So why is the first thing I pull up says no one on the internet can name Simone Biles' husband, apparently.
Talk about he's the one. That's probably maybe was he being funny? Maybe he's being, sometimes people got different senses of humor. So maybe his sense of humor could be a little different, because why would you ever say that for real?
Here we go. Okay, so this was during this podcast called The Pivot. He plays for the Green Bay Packers. Now, see, this don't make no sense how we don't know his name.
Oh, he's an athlete?
He is an athlete, which is why it's crazy that he was even saying this stuff. Everybody watches the dang on Olympics, even if you're not. And the thing about it, my thing is too, even if you don't, when you think Olympics, like what's like the first sport?
You think about her. What do you mean? She's legendary.
Most decorated gymnast of all time. Period.
She's legendary. So yeah, he's wilding.
She was in this interview too, which is even the craziest part. So it's on this podcast called The Pivot, and he was asked by the co-host, "How in the hell did you pull Simone Biles?" Okay, first of all, co-host, say it right. How did you pull her exactly?
Yes,
I think so. This is what I think is what happened. I think he got triggered, and so he got to talking.
But why would you ever get triggered by someone asking you, how did you get the what? Like, I would think that's a compliment, not like I would think somebody is like belittling me if they ask me, well, how did you get with your husband? My mind ain't gonna first go there. It depends on how you say it. If you're trying to be, but even if you are on some like, my husband is higher than me and I'm like a nobody, like, I'm still not gonna come at my husband.
Well, especially because people have asked Jay-Z that.
I'm gonna come at the person asking me the question.
It's not, yeah. So wait, so then he goes on to say that he said that he didn't know who she was back in 2020 when they first connected on this dating app. He says, I'm like, let me see who this is. I never really paid attention to gymnastics, so it piqued my curiosity. He said the first thing that I saw was that she had a bunch of Instagram followers. So in my mind, I'm like, oh, okay, she's got to be good. Now, mind you, he goes on to say, he said that when she won the Olympics, I was in college and we didn't have NBC. We didn't have Olympic channels. And he's like, so I'm not paying attention. I never would have had a moment where I could have watched her compete. Then he goes on to say, where is it? I gotta scroll.
He needs a.
So he said,
he need a media coach.
He says that I always say that men are the catch.
Oh,
and that he
she got a problem on her hands. You know what? I was just talking about this though at the beauty salon.
Yeah.
I was just talking about this today.
Mm-hmm.
And people in there were talking about their situations. It was like, yeah, he think he the prize. And then I was like, y'all not gonna like me for this.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
I think everybody's a prize in their own. You have value, is what I mean. Like everybody has value. Every human being has value. Mm-hmm. Now, in terms of like, but I'm old school though, so I like different roles for different things for different people. I'm old school in that.
Mm-hmm. I'm glad you brought that up because I was gonna bring that up later.
but saying like I'm the like, why not just be like we both are the prize. Like we both are worthy and qualified and quality people. Like why I don't like putting down your wife to big you up. You know what I'm saying? Like,
well, this was the thing. So I was trying to find the part. Was trying to scroll through it fast where he had said
that's crazy.
Like, no one really, watches math, whatever it was. But the thing about it was, so then after she tries to like come on, and defend him, I didn't even honestly even really pay attention to whatever she was saying. Because she was like, y'all, she had said something like, you all want me to be miserable so bad. It's like, no, we don't want you to be miserable. What we don't want you to do is to dim your light. You know what I'm saying? Trying to big him. Because what it reminded me of what Whitney Houston talked about with her and Brown. And how she had gotten to a point where she felt like she was dimming her light.
To make sure he's confident.
This is what she said. It was an Instagram video and she was like, because right now it's like he's Simone Biles' wife, but like in 5 years or 10 years, it'll be whatever the hell his name. You see, I still don't know his name. Whatever the hell.
I don't know his name either. I didn't even know he was.
Why? What are you talking about? I said,
so basically what you're saying is like right now, okay, she's hot right now, but give me 5 years, y'all gonna know who I am because I'm gonna get high. She ain't gonna be hot. Like this is not her mouth. Got time for that.
Right, this is out of her mouth. I said, see, that's what we're saying. What we don't want you to do is to try to dim your light down. Because if we're seeing that, then we know that's what's also happening in the household. But don't try to say, no, don't try to play it out us.
They're very young. Simone is young.
Very young.
She's young, right? He's young too.
They're both young.
I'm hoping that they have people around them that are wiser and can counsel them both.
Right.
That's where I'm. That's where I'm a
girl. We trying to say, don't be putting that on us.
like, what are you doing?
No, that's like, oh, I shouldn't talk about this.
You can talk about it. I mean, we here.
No, it's real people. It's not, but it's just. Well, they ain't on here, but it's just like a situation that my friend was telling me about. Her, we'll say friend, has this man and he ain't, can't nobody figure out why she's dealing with him. Like he's not a man. He's like a boy, man child. And so basically he acted a fool acted himself over the holidays or whatever. Basically sent a text saying like, oh, I mean, like, girl, I can't say it too much because I don't want them to see it. Okay, basically it's imagine, okay, if your man was like, my food, something spilt or whatever. And you're like,
something spilled on his plate? I'm so confused.
Because I'm trying to break it. Okay, so imagine you're bad, you fixed the plate, and then they're like, oh, I dropped it. And you're like,
oh, as if to be like, what you gonna do?
Yeah.
I was trying to figure out what's happening.
No, I'm like, that's why that's what it was. Like thinking, yeah. And then
I would have been like, oh dang, did you pick it up?
No.
You need some cleaning supplies, it's in the cabinet.
Right. But why are we usually you have to tell them that?
That's a fact. But some people you gotta guide them, I promise you.
No, but I'm saying, okay, this is your man though. Your man.
That's true.
And then they expect you to go and replenish what was dropped. Okay.
Some men and women are in relationships where that's what they like. That's what they prefer. If they man drop the plate, the woman gonna come pick it up and then bring them a fresh plate. Some relationships.
Wow. That's not what
like
they're
that.
trying to have. That's the difference, though.
Oh, that's how he is. That's not how she is.
Right.
Oh, yeah.
They had said, like, you know, basically saying that, you know, like kind of saying, oh, well, thank you for, you know, being cool with them or whatever. But then went on to say something like, you know, sometimes, you know, a man just needs like, you know, a good woman to, you know, blah, blah, blah. And I was like, no, we're not like raising men. Like there's a difference between behind every man is a great, you know what I'm saying? But no, we're not talking about you got to come here and teach him the, like, you know what I mean, just the basics of the adult or whatever.
I think if you are a grown adult person, there's just things that you should just know how to do before you get into a relationship with somebody.
Right.
Like, it's just survival tactics that you just should already have in your arsenal before you decide to incorporate your life with somebody else.
Right. Exactly.
Period. That goes for women and men. Like, you just need to know some basics, please.
And that's the thing, because I'd have been there before. See, look, this is it, mama. I'd have been there before. You know?
So I ain't been there. I ain't been
not
there.
picking up on the thing, but I've been there feeling like I got a kid, and why am I raising you? Like,
yeah, I've been where I'm like, okay, I'm doing way too much, and I don't feel like it's appreciated, and I don't feel like you reciprocating or trying to. I'd have been there, but I ain't never been where it was just like, you gotta have something.
No, not dropping stuff, and you just coming and looking at me like, what do I do? What? Boy, if you don't get your
plate up, put it off the floor.
So one of the things I just noticed here, and we're gonna get into like kind of the goals part, but in this image right here, and this talks about the Academy Awards. I know like one thing that's really important to me, and I feel like you could probably relate to this a lot too, just being here in Minnesota, and is recognition, you know, for a lot of things I've done, and not saying as far as like all of this outside validation and stuff like that, but I do, you know that what I put out there and things I put out there are worth being recognized on that certain type, you know, of level. Now, Academy Award, probably not right now, but just the representation of it is, you know, so those are type of things. It's not really necessarily be a goal, but it's more about what I want to do to be able to get to that point. Like, you know what I mean? The attention behind it. So going back to this vision board stuff, y'all. Now I have been cutting for those people who think I haven't actually doing the work. Okay. This is, I don't know why.
Who is that?
It's Rihanna.
Oh, I love them.
And I just like, they just seem to have a very positive. He would never say I didn't know who Rihanna was.
No, you know what? The way he admires her, looks at her, talks, speaks of her. I mean, I think, you know, we only see what we see, but from what we do see, I feel like he's really in her. Yeah.
Yeah, they seem very into each other. So, okay, one of the things that you talked about during your vision board event was picking a word.
Yes.
Picking a word for just, you know, describe your year and what, you know, so and kind of like the first word that comes to mind. So for the people who are also in the chat, and we'll kind of talk about, well, I'll ask you. That. But the first word that like comes to mind as far as this year and kind of, I guess, what you want from this year. You know, for me, like last year, I feel like my year was definitely about, I guess maybe it could be a phrase, maybe too, but I feel like last year for me was a lot about like planting like the seeds and really like I really did a lot of self-work and was like really committed to that. When it was asked in the event that you did, the first word that came to me was power, because I feel like I couldn't really step into my power. And I guess to anyone to really, you can't really step into your power, I feel like, until you really get like digging in the other, you know, other stuff, all the things that you don't want to deal with, all those kind of dark places you don't want to deal with. And also, I think a part of stepping into that power, which is what I've learned, is setting those boundaries and
Mm-hmm.
being unapologetic about it, and knowing that it's not being picky. It's not,
Yeah.
you can call it that, whatever, but it's like I definitely feel more confident going now into this more business stuff and all things that we've been talking about,
Mm-hmm.
kind of knowing more of who I am. So
Yeah, for
what,
sure.
and so for y'all, like I said, you could drop down in the chat what comes on. What word
Mm-hmm.
you thinking of? What was your word for last year, and what's your word for this year?
Let me look up last year. I know mine for this year. My word, what was my word last year or this? My word for 2024 is steadfast. And the
Okay.
reason why I picked steadfast is I was going to do discipline. I was going to use discipline, but I felt like it just wasn't enough. It wasn't strong enough for me. And I like steadfast because that's just like devoted. Like steadfast is like unshakable.
Yeah.
That's more than discipline, right? Discipline is obviously a strong word, but I feel like steadfast is just you just not can't be moved.
Yeah.
Like make a decision and you really just stick with it. And I want to be steadfast in like every area of my life. So that's why I chose steadfast. And my word last year or this year was, I keep it in my notes. Fulfillment.
Okay.
That was my word for this year.
Okay.
And I mean, I feel like in certain aspects, yes, that word came to pass. Like I feel that I'm on the road to fulfillment in like my career. I feel like I'm on the road to fulfillment in certain areas.
Yeah.
So I like that word. It didn't apply to everything, but it did apply to some things. So it was cool. But I like your word. I like power.
Yeah, power.
I do. I like power. I think that's a really, really good word and a really good space to be in for next year, for sure. Especially knowing some of the things that you've shared with me about what you want to do. I think that's perfect.
Yeah. And that's how I feel, because it's like, I'm thinking about, okay, so what does that look like? You know what I mean? It's right. I think power, when I think of it, is just kind of knowing that I actually am powerful. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I do. So many of the things that people see in me, will tell me like, oh, I see you out here doing this. Oh yeah, I see you. And I'm like, I mean,
Right? Don't you downplay it. Why do you do that?
You know what? And one of the things I told myself that I'm going to stop doing, or that I've even started to not do beyond 2024, is comparing. You know what I mean? Because whether it's career, whether it's parenting, whether it's, whatever, because of course people put out what they want to put out. And a lot of times you might feel like, oh, I'm behind or whatever. And I'm definitely a person too where, I'm a Capricorn. So, I'm big on goals and thinking, okay, this is where I want to be by this time. And so one of the things that I think plays into that kind of being like, what is that comparison, to well, I'm doing this, but this person's over here. When really it's like everything is in timing. You know what I mean?
Comparison, it just steals from you. I feel like it robs you of like the time that you're in now and your process.
Yeah.
When you're focused on, or not even focused on, but you're paying attention to what somebody else is doing. You're like, oh, so else, they're doing that. Why ain't there? Why? Like you said, your parents, and everybody's different. And you don't, and then also you don't even know really the behind the scenes of them and what they got going on. While you trying to compare yourself to them, they might be comparing themselves to you or one, aspect of what you got going on. What I've learned though, I think comparison can be good. And if you look at it in a way where it's like, I'll give you an example, like Beyonce and Jay-Z, their relationship, right? You see what they show you, and it looks like a really beautiful relationship. And people be like, oh, don't, you shouldn't be, praising couples, the celebrity couples. You don't know what they're going. You really don't. You don't know what they're going through. But I take like the good things. Right. So I want to compare myself to them because they are a unit. They seem like, they seem to like support each other. Now I don't know what they doing behind closed doors, what he doing or what she doing. That's not for me to know. But from what I see, like I want to compare my relationship to that because that's something that looks really good to me. Being a unit looks really good to me. Putting family first looks really good to me. Him being successful and she's being successful, and then together they're successful looks good to me. So I'm going to compare good stuff. Yeah, exactly.
That's for me. I'm like, no, I ain't saying, for the next year I'm trying to have 2 of these. Okay. I just got but for me, it's more so what we were talking about. Like we were saying, the way that he looks at her, the way they look at each other, the way they support each other. Those are things. I don't know what's going on. You know what I mean?
Right.
Well, what I can see, these are the things that I'm like, yes, I want to speak into the universe and, speak as well. So yeah, it can be a good thing. And then it can be a detriment if you're looking at it like, oh, I should be this and then I'm not. And then, I'm an overthinker too. So I be, getting all of my head. But that's why, okay, this past 2023, because, look, I'm about to go on a tangent, but because, when this show first started, it was on AMP, okay, on Amazon. And the day that it officially premiered, the day before, they announced they were shutting it down. And I was like, what am I going to do? I was like, okay, well, I'm going to, go over here and just YouTube is an option. Let me go over here into this space, which is a space that I had been more hesitant about going into, but knew that it was a space that I should go into. And so, like I pushed past that and, got to hear whatever. And so it's like, but before I would have overthought it. And so I've had to push past a lot of that, just do the dang on things. When I first got into radio in 2015, that's the space that I was in. Like I did have the overthinking and stuff, but I was more just like, okay, I'm just going to do it. And, so moving then into this year, I'm definitely like pushing myself to continue that. And to
love that you didn't give up though.
Yeah. Cause I was like, I think it was like a retrograde, like we're in right now. And I was like, God, see, but I was like, I'm not going to but I felt like it happened on purpose. Let me be clear. I felt like it happened on purpose because I felt, how you get tested. I felt a test to see how serious are you about this. So I had to make the decision that I'm serious about this to even be able to have something to even be able to make the moves I'm making right now. But I can talk about, but you know what I'm talking about.
I think that's amazing. Give it up to you. Man. Can I want to put something in the chat. How can I put I can't put it
in the chat. How it looks from your end.
It looks good from my end. I just can't see everything.
Does it let you chat?
I have it on full screen mode. Maybe if I exit full screen mode, but then I don't want to change. I'm gonna leave it. I'm just going.
Because next thing you go right.
You gonna be like, oh, we had Lisa. Now Lisa's gone. I'm trying to get back in.
We're gonna figure it out.
I'm gonna just leave it be.
So Cara in the chat said her word is blessed. You know what? I remember someone in your thing said blessed too.
Yeah, that's a good word.
That's a good one. And then Castellan said Capricorn in the house, and they're a January Capricorn period because we don't really claim December Capricorns except Jesus.
Not the Capricorn fighting.
No, I'm a January one too. So we're good. We're good. We see each other. Mine's January 16th. Okay, January 16th.
That's my best friend's birthday and my cousin. May he rest his soul. My favorite cousin. That's their birthday.
That's Aaliyah's birthday too.
I know.
MLK.
So you're in really good company. I can never forget your birthday.
MLK is before. Aaliyah, Michelle Obama after, Mary J. Blige. I'm just saying, we ain't got to go down the list. We ain't got to go down the list.
I rock with Capricorn.
What we done for y'all as a country.
You are Earth sign. I rock with you.
Okay, Earth signs. Who was it recently? I found those an Earth sign. I was like, no wonder I understand them. One thing vision board related, and then I told her we was gonna play some games, y'all.
I'm ready. I love it. I was
gonna say, since she can't see the chat, I was gonna have y'all do something real quick, but she can see the chat. Okay, so I
can't see the chat.
You can't. Okay, because we're gonna do some finish the lyric.
Okay.
I think it's she radio. Okay, she been on radio for much longer than me too.
Girl, so we're gonna see. We're gonna see what these skills know.
So one of the things I wanted to get back to though, for those who are tuning in, you're working on your vision boards. So if you've chosen your word for the year. I believe yours you had like kind of up at the top. I know you were also saying it's really important to have it someplace where you can actually see it. And that's when I've made them before. I don't even know where they went. It wasn't, but again, I really wasn't that intentional. So you have your word. So now another thing I want to talk about, and I'm not going to go through your whole thing. These are just a couple things I was saying I want to talk to you.
No, girl.
Work, y'all. Okay.
Do what you need to do.
Slides and stuff going on.
And Ebony, the girl I did it with, she's a Virgo too, by the way.
Well, that's why. That's why I was like, because we ain't gonna be out here just putting out nothing. Yeah. It was always like, damn, they organized and shit. I was gonna just be on here rambling. So what I like too is you talked about the importance of having like a top 5 goal, right? So so top 5 goals. So that's why I was like, oh, that is good to really have that out. But you also talked about the difference between like just writing goals, but also like intention behind the goals. So can you kind of explain the difference?
Are you talking about the big G, little G, big goals, little goals? Yeah. So for me, what I do is I write down all my goals. Right. Even if it's like something that I may even doubt that I'm accomplished in the year that I'm writing it, I still write it down. I write down all my goals, from like the biggest goal that I might have to like the smallest goal of whatever you feel is small. I'm not going to say a small goal because it could be somebody's big goal. So I write all my goals down. But I really try to focus on like 5. And then I also categorize my goals. So I'll do like spiritual goals, professional goals, health and fitness goals, relationship goals, family goals. And then I just put in my goals for each category, big and small. And then I also do an action plan or write a few steps that I can take in trying to accomplish the goal instead of just writing goals. You know what I mean? Because that's great. You can just write your goals down. That's fine too. But I feel like in order for you to accomplish them, you got to like see a plan. You know what I'm saying? Like I'm a planner. It's what I do. It's what I love to do. So if I have a goal to decrease my credit card bills, decrease my debt, right? I'm going to, and I want to decrease them to 30%. I'm going to find steps to decrease them. What am I going to do? Okay, well, each paycheck, I'm going to put this amount more to, or, just little steps that you feel like you can take that can help you with the goal. So I write my goals down, big or small. I categorize my goals, and then I write action steps by the goals that I want to accomplish this year.
And that's really kind of how you really set that intention. Because like, you said, you could write down whatever. And that was the thing, the last vision board that I did, like, I don't even know what happened to it. And then when I think I remember finding it had like a crack in. I said, well, see, this is why the year was crazy. But yeah, it wasn't really intentional. I didn't really come there really. I had never done one before either. So it was just kind of like we just did them. And of course, people can just do them. But yeah, there wasn't like, I would like to do. And the thing is too, I think about stepping into my power because I didn't really I don't think I really believed in it either. Like, I don't think I really believed like, okay, it was kind of like, well, we'll see. You know what I mean?
Right. Exactly. If you have that mentality, then you will see. We'll see. You know what I mean? Right. But if you like focus and you like, again, I have mine on my planner. I have mine like, and I'm in my planner every day and I see it. So I'm a see it every day. I'm going to like actually see it, actually spend some time with it. You know what I'm saying? Because I got to open this book anyway to look at my schedule. Right. And so when you have it tangible, when you have it in your hands or when you have it, I don't know, in your space, maybe if you are doing it on a board, put it somewhere where you can see. You know what I'm saying? Put it in your closet or something. So when you go and put on your outfit for that day or whatever the case may be, you can see it. Put it in your office if you have a home office. Put it somewhere at your desk at work if you know what I'm saying? Like put it somewhere where you can see it every day, see it frequently. So then not only are you just looking at it, but it's also in your space.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So even if you're not looking at it intentionally, it's there.
Yeah.
Without you just putting it in a, like you said, putting it somewhere where like it can fold and
crack it. I think it crack of the money part too. I said, see, I knew that. That might be all year. I said, see what
happened was. But yeah, just again, like, you gotta be, if you're serious about yourself and if you're serious about your goals, then you'll put some intention behind it.
Yeah. Yeah. See, I like that.
sure.
I was like, I hadn't even. See, this is why I said, y'all. I had not thought this deep into it. I was like, oh, damn. But it's so true though, because even I mean, that's the reason why I even got this glittery old thing, because I actually was serious. You know, you know what I mean. I was like, oh, I want to make this thing, like make it a real thing, something that I also too like would enjoy looking at. You know what I mean? Something
Yeah.
that looks like, oh, like I actually want to look at it. Whereas before, again, it was. Sorry, my son just was doing something weird. It was just kind of raggedy. Okay, so because see, I knew the time flies. We're gonna do this again, y'all. First of all, because
time flies. Tell me, we did ours for 2 hours, and we didn't plan for that.
Yeah, you did.
I was like, oh my god, I was nervous. I'm like, oh, people about to hang up on us.
I was on there for like an hour and a half.
Yeah, we was there for 2 hours, literally.
So, but next time when I do one of these, I want to do it in my office in the studio space. It'll be set up, and then I want it because then we're gonna go into. Because I told her I was like, I like to play games and stuff, but I can't really do my games, so I play.
Girl, play the games
on these, child. But okay, I do have some rapid fire questions, y'all. Okay, some of these. Now the last question is kind of one of those, but I was like, I'm gonna just do one because I don't want to hit her with the two. The next time, it's different.
Okay.
But this is, professional vision board episode, you guys. So I can't really do it. I want him to do it. Okay. Anyway, my son's around. So, okay. These are rapid fire. Some of these questions, y'all, okay, it's gonna be pop culture. So it's your opinion. It's not like a right or wrong answer. Okay.
Oh, okay. I'm like, oh, shoot.
Some of these might be okay. Well, I'm just gonna go into them. Okay, so my first one is SZA's Snooze versus Coco Jones ICU.
Oh, I want to say Coco Jones ICU.
Okay, Put It on the Floor by Lotto versus On My Mama by Victoria Monet.
On my mama.
Okay,
girl, that's my favorite song right now. Like,
listen,
I'm taking that into 2024. That's my favorite song.
Why does it make me low key emotional?
Oh my god! Why? I need to know why.
I think because I'm a big, I told you I want to be like Missy Elliott. So the music, if you listen to it, once it gets into like towards the end and like all like the big instrumental, like it just the way it all comes together, it sounds so like motivational to me. Like I'm like, right,
Right? Anyway, I love that song. I love that song.
Got like a billion Grammy nods and stuff. So good for her. Coco Jones, ICU. Right. I like SZA. I'm not a big SZA.
I'm not the biggest SZA fan.
I'm not even like a big Coco Jones fan. And it's not because I don't like her. I just haven't followed it or whatever.
She's like super dude in terms for music anyway. SZA, I had a weird encounter with her at Soundset. I was supposed to interview her.
What happened?
Girl, she's still, I think she has kind of in the same kind of like Summer Walker when it comes to like not stage. She don't got stage fright, but she has like social anxiety or something, which I can understand because at times I do too. But like I was like super prepared. I was the only Black female behind the stage trying to like interview everybody, and so I was waiting for that moment. And then like she was late. She came. They thought she wasn't gonna make it, and then she like obviously she had to run on stage.
Right.
And I'm like, oh, you'll get the interview when she gets off stage. And then she like passed us in the golf cart and was like, hey, I like your pants. So she did give me a compliment. But I was so upset because I was just disappointed.
No, I know how you
and I hold grudges because I'm a Virgo. So I don't know how to let stuff go. So that's why I'm gonna pick Coco Jones.
I got you. I think that's an earth sign thing though too. Because I know
I'm working on it. I've been working on it forever. I'm working on it.
I had one of those interview horror stories too. I was supposed to interview Music Soul Child. He was performing at it was I can't remember what the club was called but you would know if I said it. But
Dakota, was that recent?
No, it was some like years ago. It was like the club was like hot at the time. It was I want to say it was a Black club. Hamza and then we're over it. I can't remember.
I think I know. I know you probably talking about oh my god.
I know you know what I'm talking about. It's not like open anymore, I don't believe, but
I know what you're talking. I think
it
I know
was hot at the time. Yeah, it was And so I was supposed to interview him. Girl, they sent me on like a wild goose chase. And it wasn't like Hamza. I'm only clear because I name dropped him because I can't remember his name. But I was like, I don't think music ever knew that I was even going to interview him. They were like, oh, come over here to whatever place in Minneapolis. And I'm not even a Minneapolis person. So having me run over Minneapolis is already going to make me anxious.
Right. Right.
Oh, no, but do it here. We going over here. I mean, just have me just chasing.
So you never got to do it?
Never. I don't think he ever even knew that I was supposed to email. I think they were. I think the guy was trying to.
Right.
So he told me, "Oh yeah, I can hook this up." He wasn't. He was trying to hook up. He wasn't trying.
Girl,
anyway, so bongos versus WAP.
I'm gonna say bongos.
Okay, bongos. Why did I say bongos?
I'm gonna say, but you're so funny. I'm gonna say I like the beat. I like the beat for WAP too.
And WAP to me is more like infectious. Like you can't get that out your head. Bongos, I like the beat for like if I'm trying to like do a dance routine or something.
I don't know. Bongos just like they do something to me. Maybe the video too. I don't know.
I think that's what it is. Yeah. I
feel like WAP is just real nasty. I feel like WAP is just like it's like.
Oh, I know. I know it's so nasty.
It's like it's like way nastier than bongo.
Yeah, I definitely don't listen to it. That's fine.
I feel like bongo I could listen to it with like my elders around. Not I wouldn't, but I'm just saying I feel like I won't be as uncomfortable listening to bongos around elders that I would WAP. So
but, like I said, yeah, I don't know.
Who listens to? What is it? Is it WAP? Is it WAP? What's WAP?
I don't know what the words are. Who sings that? WAP? What? Okay. Anyway, so. Okay, so this one, I don't even want.
Okay, come on. I want to know now.
Ski versus Eaton. I can't even say the word. It's Sukihana's song Eaton. I can't even say the words.
I'm gonna say
which one, Lisa?
I'm gonna say that one.
You gonna play it safe?
I'm gonna say that one.
Yeah.
I am.
Play that last.
I'm gonna do that one.
Yeah, what do you think? Because we were talking about this last night about Sexy Red in general. Since people were hot, that Rolling Stone named her like Artist of the Year.
I mean, personally, I'm always gonna root for anybody. I'm always gonna root for the girls. I'm always gonna root for us. You know, even if it's like subject matter and it's not my type of chick, I'm still like kudos to you. You know, I wish everybody success. So I'm never gonna be a hater in that aspect. I just prefer different artists.
That's a perfect way to say that, because that's how me and my friends said that. I was like, I like her. Like, you're not gonna do I listen to her music? No, not really. But was I? Yeah, I definitely was last night.
Like in the club, it go off.
I don't take them seriously. I don't think they take what they're saying. Like to me, they just be talking. But my thing about it, I was like with the Sexy Red, I was like, she's not talking about killing people, unaliving. My bad, you too. Doing Uggs. She's not talking about that stuff. She's just talking about having fun with her girls. And
I think, you know what? I seen somebody. I don't know what I was watching, girl. I be on TikTok. I think it was somebody on TikTok, and it was like, why don't the female rappers, talk about like, because they be like, men they don't talk about their real life, they don't talk about their real stuff, what they going on. And so the guy was like, why don't female rappers talk about like motherhood, talk about like what's really going on with them as females besides sex and getting money,
right? Although that does lead to motherhood, but anyway,
well, that's true. But will people buy it? Will people, you know what I'm saying? Like,
okay, thank you. Because see, I'm gonna sip after that because people love to be like, oh, the positive, but y'all not tuning into that.
You think it's corny, you think it's lame, you think it's like, you know what I mean? So like,
if I had titled this, we were gonna expose someone tonight, we would have hundreds, you know what I'm saying? So it's like, I hate people say that too, because it's like, yeah, but there are people who talk about that, but y'all not giving them the airtime, you're not giving them
not at all
in the music. So of course something that's more salacious, like a Sexy Red, who also doesn't look the stereotypical, you know what I mean? Like whatever type or
And she's
whatever.
pregnant now, right? Is she? Yeah, she's
Yeah,
pregnant.
she's funny to me. She was talking about because usually I wear glasses, and there's
Uh-huh.
someone was saying something about her wearing glasses, and she was like, "Well, babe, I'm gonna wear mine because I'm blind. Like I need my glasses." I said, "I know that's."
I do like that though, because
I
back in the
love
day,
the
people
authentic
would not wear
guys.
no glasses.
Go, we doing rapid fire, girls. You need to get see. The kids always stop. The kids be. You know what I'm saying? We talking about some union between. Okay.
No, don't talk no
Points all the time.
up out of here.
Right. See. Okay. So I be having to be careful too, because I mean, obviously, I'm not an AKA, but that's very close.
That is very close.
My friends are AKAs, they be irritated. Okay. So, okay. Rapid fire. Let me go wrap this up, y'all. Baddies versus Bad Girls Club.
Bad Girls Club, because I ain't seen baddies like that.
Huh?
Bad Girls Club.
Bad Girls Club. Bad Girls. Oh yeah, because you said you don't really be watching baddies like that.
I don't think I've ever seen it. So I'm gonna say Bad Girls Club because I've seen it. I don't think so. No.
Okay. Hold on. Let me see. Hold on. Wait.
Girl, my spirit be getting mad. So I can't watch certain stuff. I get mad.
You can hear you? Yeah. Okay, I got what? Beyonce versus Kelly.
Beyonce. And what? Look, I mean, that's my girl. I'm sorry. Is she a Virgo? I'm a Beyonce. But in what? Like, period? Like art, like music, like what? Or just in life? What are we saying? Go for Beyonce. I'm sorry.
When in doubt, always go for Beyonce.
I just love her. I like both of them, but I love Beyonce. So
Lil Kim versus Nicki Minaj.
Oh man, I'm gonna say Kim. And the reason I used to be a Nicki fan, like I can't get with the haters. Like I like you. I'm okay with the competition. I'm okay with that, but I just can't get with you with Nicki just being a hater.
You what? What'd you say?
I just can't get with Nicki being a hater.
Oh, but here's my thing with Nicki too. It's like the things that Lil Kim was talking about, as far as her giving her credit for her influence and stuff, is the same thing that Nicki be getting mad about at Big Latto or all these other rappers for not giving her all this credit and stuff like that. I was like, that's the same what Lil Kim was saying.
Right.
But at the end of the day, everybody influences everybody. Because even sometimes I be feeling like I'll see someone do something and be like, I know dang on well I did that, now whatever. But at the end of the day, no one can do whatever better than you. Like, you know what I mean? But and plus just over the years, Nicki, we won't get into her problematic ways. But
I follow her and everything off of Instagram. I can't deal with it.
Okay.
Girl, no, can't deal with it.
This one, y'all, she gonna say I'm messy.
God,
KMOJ versus Go 95.
Oh.
Put her in the hot seat.
You know what?
Look at you doing the hair.
I'm gonna keep it neutral. I like them both.
Gotcha.
For different reasons. KMOJ gave me my start, so I'm always gonna love KMOJ, even if there's some other things that I don't love. So I'm always gonna have that respect,
right,
for them, because they gave me my start. You know what I mean? But in terms of just like the music that I liked at the time, and just like the energy, the energy is different. Was different at Go. I really felt like it was a radio station when I was at Go. So yeah, that's my answer.
There you go. When I wrote it down, I was like, she gonna be like,
girl, no. You know how many times people ask me that?
Yeah, but I know if they asked you in public.
Yeah, no.
For those who don't know, we're talking about 2 radio stations. She's been on these radio stations.
Yeah. I would say for me, for anybody who's listening, they run it back. You hear me say for me. For me, I feel like KMOJ for me was like high school, and Go was like college. Right.
Yeah, got you.
That's what it was for me.
I had to process it for a second. I was like, wait, what?
That's what it was for me. Both very influential, but that's my take on it.
And Go had a quite like an impact for it to not have been around, as long.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. It definitely has some value. Like both of the radios. I wish it was around. Like I feel like we need all of that, all the radio stations. Like I can't stand the fact that it's just like it has to be just like one thing in Minnesota when it's like it's a big enough state where it can be multiple of successful things. You know what I'm saying? Multiple clubs, multiple radio stations, multiple things that it doesn't have to be just one. You know what I mean?
And that's how it is though in Minnesota too, especially when you're talking about anything to do with like Black folks, hip hop, like anything like that. Always, but we have a ton of IT stations.
Yeah, exactly. Exactly.
All white. White stations. That's
right. It's like you can have more than one, guys. It's okay. It's okay to like more than one. It's okay to switch back and forth. Like,
okay, so Color Purple versus Renaissance movie. The current Color Purple. Look, you got more of that than the last question I asked you.
Man.
This is the question. This is the hard one. Got her.
That's the hard one.
Biggie says I'm baddies. Clocked it.
I feel like,
because the band.
I'm gonna say where I'm at in my life. I'm gonna say the Renaissance movie.
Period.
And I have Beyonce is my favorite artist.
Oh, and y'all both Virgos.
We both Virgos. Like, like I grew up listening to her. Like, she's an influential person in my life. I really just like that she's, family. She got her mom around, even though her and her dad had issues, but she got her dad around. Her sister. I got a sister. Me and my sister really close. Her and Solange really close. Like she got best friend. Like I got that. Like I feel like there's a lot of similarities in terms of just like character from what I see.
Yeah.
That I can relate to. Her work ethic. Like I strive to like have a work ethic like that. Like just overall what she means for me is just like she's just dope. But Color Purple was great too. Taraji, I love Taraji. She's Virgo too. Love Taraji. Happy to see Fantasia in a leading role. Beautiful, great actors and actresses. Beautiful music, like singers out of this world. I feel like I need to see it again.
Yeah.
I went with my boyfriend and my mom. And when we went Christmas Day because I wanted to pay for Christmas Day.
Right.
To help with their box office. Yes.
Right, yeah.
But
that's people, I was like, when I first I didn't realize it was like kind of like the happier version. I was like, I'm not interested. I was like, but
I didn't know it was a musical. I didn't know it was a musical.
Right. That's the thing. At first I didn't, because then I think I would have been like, but at first I was like, I don't enjoy seeing the first one. I'm not trying to sit through,
I didn't know it was gonna be a musical. So I felt my boyfriend was there. He didn't know it was a musical. He don't really like musical stuff.
Even at the time you didn't know it was.
So I was like, I'm like, he had headache. You know what I mean? The whole time. The lady sitting by my mom was snoring. I'm like, I gotta go again.
No.
I'm not saying it wasn't great, but I gotta go again.
I've seen people who have gone again, which let me know too. Then that obviously is because the first Color Purple, you ain't gonna see that back to back.
The first Color Purple took a lot out of me, man.
Took a lot. That's why I was like, you know what? I'll buy a ticket and just like you said, just so they can get the numbers.
Yeah.
Because I was like, I can't. I've seen the first one like twice, and that's all that I need. It's mostly we said it's necessary. You know what I mean? Like it's a necessary story and everything, but it's not for me.
It's too heavy, man.
It's too heavy.
It's too heavy. Like it's heavy as a Black woman. I feel like it's heavy as a brown skinned woman. And just it's heavy. I just it's necessary to see once.
That is hilarious. That's the question. That guy.
Girl, I was like, ooh, girl, I can't wait till Renaissance comes out. I'm gonna get it. I'm gonna buy it on
Definitely.
whatever is coming out. I think it's probably gonna come out on Netflix. No, she probably do it on Amazon maybe this time.
Well, yeah, because her last one was on Netflix.
Unless she got a deal with Netflix
That's
or
what I was
something.
thinking. That's what I was thinking, that she might have a deal. Okay, so because I told you it was only going to be till 7. So I got just a couple. Finish the lyrics here. That's what I was pulling up.
Okay.
Now, y'all, like I said, ain't no reason why she shouldn't know these. And these are not like current. These are like from. Look at you already.
I'm ready.
These are from
back in the day.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Oh, okay.
I'm gonna make them quick. Okay. See, wait, hold on.
I'm ready. Get the pipes together. Get the vocals.
Y'all don't know. Y'all don't see y'all didn't know I got vocals. Y'all about to see though. Probably won't sing. Okay, ready?
Mm-hmm.
I'm gonna sing 2 lines, and then you gotta finish. Look at you. Okay.
I'm ready. I'm ready.
All right. I would like to get to know if I could be the kind of girl that you could be down for.
'Cause when I look at you, I feel something tells me that you're the kind of guy that I should make a move on. And if I don't let you know. Okay.
Look at me. I'm like, I forgot I had the lyrics. I was like, oh, right. I got the okay, so
I love Brandy.
Okay, that was like one of the first tapes.
Right?
I remember my aunt got it for me. I thought I didn't even know who Brandy was.
Oh, I did. I did.
Like,
you didn't know who the Vocal Bible was?
No, I was like a kid. I was like, my aunt,
Yeah,
I'm saying she's one who introduced me to her.
Okay.
This was her first out, like when she first came out.
Mm-hmm.
She was just like, oh, this girl, like she just thought like she had like a cool look.
I love Brandy. I fell in love with Brandy right away. I felt like I was Brandy.
That's the thing with Brandy, is that we all thought we were Brandy. She was so relatable. And I think that's why my aunt introduced her, the music, because she was like, oh, this is like a girl who my niece can relate to. You know what I mean? And she's singing appropriate music.
Why is my face too light? I don't like it.
Oh no, you all of a sudden went.
There we go.
There you go. We can light skin.
Yeah, it was like and the light.
It was like you had what be happening to light skinned folks when it's wintertime. They start.
Girl, because I'm not light skinned. Nothing about me light skinned. I'm brown, y'all. I'm a brown chocolate girl.
Melanated.
Don't let this light fool you. I'm brown. Nothing wrong with being light skinned. I'm saying I'm brown.
Okay, no, I got one, y'all.
Okay, let's go.
Okay, y'all. Let's see. Okay, stop playing. All right. The very first time that I saw your brown eyes, your lips said hello, and I said hi.
I knew right there you were the one. I was caught up with physical attraction.
I had you with the background, but to my satisfaction. Next time I do one of these, I'm karaoke for real.
Girl, I love music. So let's go. What else you got?
Okay. I got one. Wait, but I gotta look up the rest of it because I realized I don't I know the first part. What's up? Here we go. Wait, hold on. Okay. I wanted you to beat, but you can't probably hear it. I'll say
I'm about to turn this light off.
Don't. Oh my. I'm feeling high.
My money's gone. Is it my money's gone?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. Mom all alone. So, what did she say there?
I was gonna see if he was gonna say.
So what you like? What is there words? Is this a melody? What's happening?
She says too much to see. That's a lot to say. Too much to see. Too much to see.
Nah, that ain't what she say there. She lied.
Because I always do. That's always a. Because what is that though?
Shut up. So what's wait? Too much to see. The world keeps turning. Okay, that makes sense. It makes sense.
Yeah. Too much.
But that ain't what she say there. She don't say nothing there. They be lying.
Okay, wait. Now I got y'all. I'm taking it back. Now let's see. If you gonna know this. Okay.
What you got? What you got? What you got?
Old. Okay. Wait, I gotta start from a part where you won't. Let me see. Hold on, wait.
Okay.
If you hey here. Okay. Ready? Okay.
Yes, I'm ready.
If you want my future, forget my past. If you want to
get with me, gotta make it last. So don't be wasting my precious time. Get your act together.
In a what?
Together and we'll be just fine.
Yo, I'll tell you what I want. What I really want.
Don't tell me what you want. What you really want. I wanna make it say See, they don't say nothing right there.
No, because what are they talking about? That's like with Hanson.
But you knew they weren't saying nothing there. They wasn't trying to act like
and they knew they weren't. Right
there. I love that pop song.
I used to be great. I used to sing that. That's all I was like. What do? Yeah, they were singing though.
That's how you know, like it was certain things just be meant for people. Come on, we would have did the bop and nothing would have happened.
No, I got it. This is a classic. This is one that people love to sing with the carry. With the carry. Oh wait. Okay, I got two more.
Okay, I'm ready.
Okay. Where is it? Why? Okay, I forgot like kind of how it went. Okay, I got it.
Okay.
Wait. Look, wait, what? I was trying to decide what key I was gonna sing it. Okay, because she be singing kind of high. We were as one, babe, for a moment in time.
That you will always be mine. I don't know the words though. I know it. I know the song.
Always be my baby.
Yes. I know the song though. I know the song.
I know. I'm like, I'm doing these old ones,
That's
y'all.
a good one. That's a good one.
This is the last one. This is gonna be.
That was a good one.
Okay, but okay. I'm trying to figure out which part I'm gonna start from. I'm gonna start from the part that my friends always assign me to when we do this song. Okay.
Not the assignment.
We talked about this yesterday. I'm like, I'm tired of singing. Okay, so ready? Okay.
Yeah. I'm ready.
All right. We come through with the money and the garter belts. Let them know we bought that cake straight out the gate.
Right at the gate.
What's the next part?
I don't know.
We independent women. Someone take us for whores. I'm saying, why spend mine?
That's mine when I can spend yours.
With that
something like Atari.
Yeah.
Like Atari. Then Christina Aguilera says, like Atari.
Yeah. All right, what she say? Wear high heel shoes, get love from the Jews for a badass chicks from the Moulin Rouge.
Hey, sister, go, sister. What about that? Oh, sister. Yes, I know the song, but I don't. That's probably, I think, one Lil Kim feature that I don't know the words to.
Okay.
I want to say.
Okay.
And that's a shame.
Right.
But I didn't even see the movie.
The movie wasn't good, so you didn't miss nothing.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, and
I did like the song. And that's when I was like in a Maya phase.
Oh my God.
So I know Maya part. And I think, who else do I know part? Right? Pink's part. I think I know some of her part.
Mm-hmm.
That was a dope team. That was a dope lineup.
Produced by Missy Elliott.
Of course, your girl. Your girl. That's your girl. You got to meet her. You ever met her?
No, but I want to.
Yes, you got to make that happen.
I lost it over Jimmy Jam and Terry Lou, so just imagine. I would be losing.
I would lose it over Missy too, man. She's she a pioneer. I'd be like, what do you want me to call you? Missy. What do you want me to? Miss Elliott?
Misdemeanor, Mrs. Misdemeanor.
Queen. What you want to be called?
Right. No, she definitely, I would lose my mind. Okay. So that's all the rapid fire things. I wanted to recap real quick for the folks who are still on here. Thank you so much for hanging in with us this whole time.
This is fun.
Main thing. And see, I didn't even do the question I was gonna do, y'all, because I got nervous. So I didn't
do it.
No,
Don't
it was
just
a rapid
do it.
fire. It was a rapid fire one.
Do it.
The question I had to say it in code because the question was morning or night. And I was like, you have to know what I'm talking. You see, because she told me, she's like,
I got
look, I got a sip.
I got reasons for both. But I'm gonna say night only because I feel like nobody waking me up. Right? And I don't
Not even that.
Nobody waking me. I'm up. I'm alert. I know what's happening. I know what's going on. I'm not surprised. I'm not caught off guard. I can fully participate.
What's happening?
Participate. I got energy. You know what I mean? I think morning, I'm just like, I'm overthinking.
No.
I'm overthinking it. I'm being woken up, and which is a great way to be woken up.
Right. It is.
It's just like you have to wake me up. So it's more of a struggle night.
Yeah, I think I feel like that was more like a 20, like my late 20s. I was really whatever. I mean, for me, it's of course, whatever. But I do. Well, look, I'm like, I didn't even think of my own answer.
Yeah, think about it.
Look, I'm like, because now that you put those reasons out there, I'm like,
I mean, gotta have
reasons. Yeah, like you said, for different reasons. Because on one hand, it's a great way, to start the day.
Start your day. I'm the happiest when that happens in the morning.
Yeah, but I'm definitely more in it, and like in the Capricorn, we be competing with each other, so we
right. Like at night, I'm good. At night, yes.
Put on a shout. In the morning,
no. In the morning, yes, but no.
Right? Yes, but no. See, that's the thing. I had it on my list. I said I'm nervous, and I want to.
Yes, but no. Yes, but no. Yes, but no. But
it changes as you get older, though, too.
And then I also think, it changes with your partner too.
Well, yeah.
You know what I'm saying? It depends on your partner and how they treat you.
Right. Because I'm like in the movies and stuff, they be like in the morning, they be talking and stuff. I'd be like, ain't no way.
Who do that? Do people do that in real life? Because I don't. You better not say nothing to me until you get to the back of that neck. You brush that tongue. What are you doing?
Okay, what are you? No.
And I'm very once I'm thrown off by something, it takes me a long time to get it out of my head. Yeah. So now I'm just like.
Every time I just assume that's what's coming out your mouth.
Like, give me a minute. Let me get that out of my mind.
Yeah. See, that was a lightweight question, actually. I mean, I was nervous if that was a lightweight.
Girl. Were you nervous for me or were you nervous about YouTube?
I wasn't sure.
Oh, girl, I'm grown.
I was like, damn, this girl's. But look at me. Look, I done got hot and I didn't even ask myself the question.
Girl, I'm grown.
But girls like that's usually what the questions really,
I figured. You got my wine. I mean,
this was a vision board party, so I can't keep. But okay, so like we said though, about your vision boards and stuff like that. Couple things, just to recap, having the place like we said that you're actually going to see it, because like I told you, when I did it was I don't know what happened to it, and really think about like one of the things I really love, the whole word, like your word for the year. What is your word going to be? Because that I really do think is also setting that intention, because you're building around that word and having those goals and breaking down those goals. Like you have, your big goals, small goals, but then like how are you actually going to get there to achieve those goals? And I think also too setting things that you actually do think are achievable. I mean, they could be big things that you might be like whatever. Remember I told you like when I first did one, I didn't really even, I don't know if I was really even putting things down that I really for real believed, like what I mean, like it was like I want that, but it's
Yeah.
not like now where I'm like putting in like I'm gonna have that. Like
Yes.
there's a difference in mentality. So I
Yep.
think you got to kind of also maybe like check in with where you are, and maybe if that's where I was talking about where I would
Mhm.
also put on the board of like going into that self work. I had gotten I don't know if you're familiar with the shadow work journal.
Girl, am I familiar? If it pops up every day,
Because you be on TikTok, so you would see it. Yeah, yeah.
It's trying to tell me.
I got one. Yeah, because that's what happened to me. And I was like, all right.
Oh, was it good?
Oh yeah, and I took time. I because in the beginning you write the date that you started it. So I started on like October something. I just finished it. I want to the day before Christmas or something. I kind of told myself that was my gift to myself of finishing it.
Oh, nice.
It's very, very helpful, especially for, I mean, many of us have triggers and stuff like that, but often you don't know why you're triggered and why you're responding in a certain way. I think that's helped me a lot too, and just
Nice.
notice
Okay.
moments. So I'd highly, highly, highly recommend it. Take your time with it. But I think that and I was in consistent therapy and doing a lot of things to be now at a place where I can even do this vision board and be excited about it. And believe what's going to happen,
Yeah. And then also for people who are on here that's doing vision boards, I know because I go to a lot of the like vision board gatherings, I've been to a lot of them, but this past one that I went to talked about like taking time, like if you have to step away because it can be overwhelming. There's people who like you write down your goals and you start getting emotional, you start getting sad, you start feeling like a real way about your goals because you're doing a lot of reflecting, you're doing a lot of thinking, you're doing a lot of
right,
self-reflecting, you're thinking about past, you're thinking about your future self, and it can be an emotional thing. So if you have to take a break, you don't have to share your vision board with nobody. It's your vision board. It's not It's really not for anybody else. We just do it in community because we want to make sure that if you need that support, we're there for you. But it can be a process where it can also be healing. You know what I'm saying? So take your time with it, step away if you need to, if it's getting too much, too heavy. But then I want you to go back to that place though, and really like dig deep and try to figure out why you feel that way and work on that.
And that's a part of what that shadow work is about, is figuring out why do I feel this way? What is it? And sometimes you do need that guidance because, we don't always know how to even answer the questions itself. And sometimes when you're answering the questions itself, it's just, you're asking yourself, it's like, so having that real kind of formatted guidance. And also I think kind of feeling like a letting go of like the judgment, like when you're seeing it, it's like, oh, these are things that we're all experiencing, what I mean? That if we weren't, everyone would have been getting the dang on journal. It wouldn't even be necessary.
It was everywhere. My goodness. I will get it.
You should get it. I think you'll actually I don't know if enjoy the word, but I feel like for me, I would I would break it down because it can be, a lot, but I would feel like, okay, I could literally feel myself actually experiencing the tools that I was learning or feeling lighter about certain things or letting go.
Oh, that's dope.
Now I'm able to be like, okay, I'm triggered. Like, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
I'm triggered. And now they have activities in it too, where you can, when you do feel triggered, you can write it down. It's like a, formatted thing or whatever, exercise. So you can.
I like that.
Yeah. So it's also not like, okay, we're giving yourself and then just peace out. You know what I mean? You finish it, the work part, and then the last part is the activities and stuff for when you are experiencing like those moments. So
that's good. It's like your own, like your therapist journal.
Therapist
journal. Yeah,
really, I like that. And something that's right there. That's why I like it too. It's right there. So when you are having those moments and stuff like that, then you have that tool right there at your fingertips. So yeah, I definitely recommend for folks to get that, or whatever it is. But like, yeah, I was definitely in that space before where I can look back now and realize like, I wasn't even really in a space where I was just kind of like living, but now,
and that's okay. But that though, to know that though is good. Yeah,
and that's the difference, right? I know that though, and then I had to make a decision. I had to make a choice. You know what I mean? So now I know this. What am I gonna do about it? So I know for me, I'm still gonna be continuing to do this. The work on yourself is of course ongoing.
Lifelong.
Yeah,
lifelong.
And sometimes I think a part of too, with the good thing about the shadow work journal or whatever work, I think getting that stuff out then opens the space for these things to come in, because you can have all these things, but if you got all this blockage and stuff, you know what I mean, going on,
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
then
For sure.
it's like, because a lot of times like God will want to send you stuff, but it's like you ain't got room for it. Like,
You holding on to the hurt. You holding on to the pain. You holding on. Like a lot of people also, I know, and myself included. Like when I say stuff, it don't just be like from what I heard. It be like me.
right.
Like you find comfort in it. You can find comfort in your pain sometimes.
Yeah,
because you know what that feel like. You know what I'm saying? You know what the hurt feels like. You know what the pain feels like. And I know some people are like, "What? She sound crazy. How would you find comfort in the pain? Find comfort in the pain because you're used to it. It's familiar. So when you like do the self work on yourself to get up out of there, that could be harder sometimes than staying where you at.
Yeah. And sometimes I think the thought of even like coming out of that like comfortability within the pain and the chaos, it can be like a scary, because it's like, so now what am I gonna focus? Like, you know what I mean? Like you be so focused on that, where the thought of not having those focus is, so what am I gonna do? What would that even, look?
Yeah, you don't even know what it looks like.
You don't even know what it looks like. So I had posted stats the other day, and I was like, some people just like being mad. It's not necessarily that it's like, oh, I'm like happy that I'm mad, but you know what I mean? It's like they're so caught up in that cycle where just anything. And there was a point in time, especially being up, here in Minnesota in 2020. There was a point in time and being an activist where it was like it didn't take much for me to be like, this is outrageous, and now I'm like, I was saying to people, I'm like, why are you mad over like something that happened on Baddies? Like you just mad.
It don't even matter. It don't even really matter.
You don't know them, like you don't know these people. Like
it's the injustice.
Yeah, you sit here cussing me out or whatever because I said I don't like whatever. And all right, like why are you mad?
Yeah.
Why are you? You don't just
do you really care?
Yeah. So it's like you have to. While we can't control everything, I mean? I think it is like what you can control, making that choice. So thank you all so much for hanging in, whatever you want to call it this evening, especially on a Saturday evening. Thank you so much, Lisa.
Thank you for having me. This is cool.
I definitely want to do this again. I definitely want to keep this as like a girls' night in. We could, different topics and stuff like that. And and then next year I'll be, in the actual office and stuff like that. I won't have a kid running around.
I love it. I can't wait.
But it was girls' night in, so we kept it in the crib. You know what I mean?
Yes.
So thank you all. Make sure if you have not done so already to subscribe to my YouTube channel. Okay, and make sure you subscribe, like, and share. Okay, we're trying to be up here in this real YouTube streets. Okay, I'm trying to be up here. It's not easy to break in, but it's fun being over here. And then you can tune into Miss Margaret Live on Fridays. I will be actually off for the month of January, which is why this was kind of also a bigger deal of an episode. So we made it through like the first few months of the show.
Yes.
We'll be back in February, Black History Month and all that, which makes sense. We go into the second season and some things looking different, and we'll see. So anyway, y'all have a great Saturday evening. Have a great New Year's Eve. Be safe out there. Okay, I would say don't do anything I wouldn't do. I do a lot. So on that note, Lisa, you have a great evening. All right.
Thank you too.
And we'll see y'all next time. The next time we do on these girls' nights. All right. Bye.
Bye.